Hi friends, welcome to Arc Tutorials. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how you can achieve dark mode theme for your Angular applications. Dark mode theme has become kind of a craze and a trend and also it helps for the end user, right, to have a dark mode theme design, and it's really appealing to the users. A lot of modern applications provide that, and I'm going to show you step by step how you can enable the dark mode theme in your Angular application. But before we get started, I want to show you a quick demo for our users who are not really sure about what a dark mode theme is, so that they get an idea about how interactive or how appealing it looks. Let me show you the popular. So everybody knows YouTube. This is my YouTube channel. You see, this is the dark mode theme because it's all dark now and black background. Go here and say appearance, light theme, it becomes white, right? Similarly, again go back and say appearance and dark theme, and you get the dark theme, right? So we are going to simulate this use case and build an Angular application from scratch, step by step, and achieve the dark mode theme. Let's get started. All right, before we actually start coding, I'll request you to kindly support me and my channel. Please do subscribe to my channel. Please do like, share, comment on the videos, and please do share this with your friends and colleagues. Also, if you like the video, please do consider buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/arctutorials. Thank you in advance for your support. All right, so what are we going to do in today's episode? We are going to learn how to create the dark mode theme. There are few prerequisites for this, which is obviously you need an Angular application for it. And also we will need the Angular material design framework, right? So if you are using other design frameworks, this may not really work. So this is designed only for Angular material design framework. I will consider showing you the dark mode theme with Bootstrap sometime later, but for today we will focus on learning how to get the dark mode theme using Angular material framework. Let's get started. Alright, so all I have here is an empty and blank uh, folder. I don't have anything. I will start with the very basics for you. So I'll do Angular npm install Angular CLI. Right? This is from scratch, step by step, so that it will help you learn everything how to do end to end. So let me list down some steps for you. If you miss out on if you already have a Angular CLI installed, if you already have Angular application in, you can skip these steps. Install Angular CLI, and the command you will do is npm install Angular/CLI. Okay, that's step number one. The step number two is to create the Angular project, and we will use the ng command. Once Angular CLI is installed, we will run the ng new and the project name. So let's call it product board. Right, so this way we'll create a new application. So our CLI is installed, and now let's run ng new product board. That's the name of the application I'm giving. You can give any name of your preference or choice. Alright, so this will create the new. So here we will say yes. Would you like to add routing? Yes. We'll use SCSS and let it create the project. The next step is for us to create a install Angular material. Okay, that's the third step, and this we can do it using multiple things. Okay, either we can say ng add angular /material, or we can do npm install Angular/material, right? Whichever command you run, it's fine. Um, there is no difference. But having said that, when you do ng add, it will give us theming options. Okay, theming options. So I would suggest always do ng add. For some reason, if you run into any issues or errors, then go with the npm install command. Okay, so sometimes I have seen errors in ng add. I hope we don't get it today, but if you get it, first do npm install and then run this command. Okay, it won't make any difference for you. Same with existing applications. If you have the Angular material installed, you can skip this step. Okay, if you're already using Angular material, you can skip the step number 3 and come straight to 4 and 5. Okay, so the next step is we will run the application and see the default. So we will run using ngserve. Okay, so this way we'll see the default application and then we will add our theming inside it. Let's give packages are installed successfully. Okay, so now the next step I said is ng add @angular slash material. Okay, so this would give us install. Okay, so this needs to be in the, okay, so now ng add angular material. So now we are trying to add the Angular material library. So see, I'm getting some error which says SHA manifest, etc., etc. I'm not going to go and fix it. Rather, I'm going to just run a npm install @angular slash material. This would install the package for us. So let's do that. So once this is done, we can again run ng add to add the theming in our application. Right, let's give a couple of more seconds. Okay, so it added the package. Now again, let's run ng add so that it adds theming options. So this will check if the theme is available. It's the package is already installed. If it is installed, it will give us the theme option like here. And here, you using the arrows, up and down arrows, select custom and hit enter. Yes, select the typography, select browser animations, and it will update our package.json. Alright, so once it is installed, we will run the application and see the output. Once we do that, the next step will be to customize. Right, the next step. Okay, so you see here, all things are updated. Now run ngserve. Okay, so now we are running ngserve. It will load the application and we should see it compiled and run the application. That's step number 4. Let's give it a minute to build. While it's building, please do consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Please do keep supporting my channel and me. Thank you again in advance. Alright, so it's generating the bundles now, should be done soon. Do let me know how you find this tutorial. If you like, please drop a comment to encourage me. Alright, so we got the application compiled successfully. Now go to our UI and refresh it, and we see that this is the default screen. Okay, and we added Angular material as well. So beautiful so far. Now I'm going to clean app.component.html for all the unnecessary code that it has. So if you already having an application, you can skip this step as well. Come down and to the router, just keep a router outlet and everything else you delete. Okay, so now all you have is router outlet. Your screen should be empty like this. Okay, so now you have it. So now what we are going to do is we are going to material.angular.io and the components, and I'm going to get a slide toggle, right? I'm going to take this behavior of slide toggle and use it in our application. So we'll copy this, we'll use this as a button to reset. So now this is where it gets interesting, friends. So pay very careful attention, because now what I'm going to do is add some Angular material components, right? Not specific ones, but the generic ones, so that we know exactly how to add it. Okay, so let's get started. First, maybe we can add some more code. Say add, let's say add mat card, and I'm going to say mat card content, and I'm going to paste that mat slide toggle here. Okay, so what I've done, I've just added a mat card, or we can also add a tool bar, right? I'm going to copy the default toolbar for now, and let's copy the simple one. So this is just too fancy and you don't have to do it necessarily. I'm doing it just to make it more appealing application. So now this will give you all types of errors in the code because we have not imported the required modules. So let me do that quickly. Again, go here in the TS, copy the AP, go to API, and you would see the modules that we need to import. So I'm going to import the required modules for toolbar. Similarly, for card, right, we need the card API, mat card module. Copy it and save it. And once you import them, you need to add them to the list of import arrays. So add both modules inside this particular module, save it, and now we should see the applied. Okay, so it says mat card module, cancel, reload again. So we have the card module, we imported the mat toolbar, right? And we also need the slide, right? So we need the slide toggle. Let's take that also. We need the slide toggle, mat toggle module. I think we added it. No, we did not add it. So let's add that. Mat toolbar, mat slide toggle. Take it, add it here. Okay, so now I've imported mat card, mat slide toggle, and mat toolbar module. Now this should compile fine because I've provided all the modules which we are using here in the mat library, which is mat toolbar, mat card, and mat slide toggle. Let's see, there is some error. What is it? So mat icon. Okay, so we need the mat icon, but for now I don't want to complicate it, right? So I'm going to remove that mat icon, or let's just do one thing. Let's install it. It might take one more minute. Bear with me, please. All right. So icon. Let's go and get the API for that and copy it here. And again go into modules and add it to the list of, and include this in the list of imports here. All right, beautiful. I think now we have provided all the modules required, and whenever you see this, just close and cancel. It should load fine. This is just to make it look better. You don't have to do again this step. You can again skip it, but the real thing that we are going to do is adding the design, which I'm going to do right now. Right? Add some Angular material components. This step I'm doing it because you can see that visually then, right? The changes that when we do. So our application is compiled successfully, and we see that you see the gray background, you see the toggle. Beautiful. Now this is where the fun begins. Okay, now let's customize the dark mode theme. Okay, and to do that we'll do few steps. One, in the app component, right, we have got the slide, right? So let's do that and take that slide and copy it. Okay, so let's first fix up the styling. So go to style.scss, and you would see that this is the code which comes when there is a default custom styling that you selected. And you would particularly see this line. This is the matte light theme. Copy that entire thing, paste it again here, just below that. And let's call this dark theme here. Let's add a new and call it dark theme. Okay. So what I've done, I've created a new variable, and I'm saying matte material has a inbuilt dark theme. Take that and use that to assign it to a variable. Now we will say whenever there is a dark theme enabled, then load the dark theme. So that's all you need to do. Here you will pass the dark theme variable. Now see again carefully what changes I've done. First, you would see these lines which has for the matte light theme. Copy it as it is from here, paste it again, and rename this from light to dark. So Angular material has support for dark theme. So you are going to use that matte-dark-theme. Now take that values and pass it to a variable product hyphen dark hyphen theme, and we are saying whenever the class is dot dark theme, include this theme which is the dark theme. That's all changes you will do in style.scss. Okay, so style.scss make and enable dark theme when class is dot dark theme. Now this dark theme is custom defined class. You can define any name you want. Okay, this can be any name you want. It's a class name. You can give any name to it. I have given dark dot theme. Now next, let's go to our component class, and here I'm going to define a variable and I'll say is dark theme equal to true. Right? Usually what happens is in real time you would have a user setting or preference API which will fetch the saved value for this variable, right? So if user has saved dark theme, it will be true, else it will be false. Okay, true is equal to dark theme is equal to is true, else it's false. So that way you'll save it in the backend API, assuming that this is now true. Okay, assuming that it is true. Okay, now add a variable is dark theme true and go to your app component and wrap all of this into a div. Let me wrap it up in a div here. Okay, and let's close everything here, and now I'm going to say add a ng class. Okay, so now we'll use a variable, okay, and use the operator ng class and say whether it is true or false. Okay, let's get that going. So it's simple, it's just a toggling, right? So you'll say true or false. That's all you are going to do. Let's do that. Here you will say ng class equal to, now you will say if is dark theme, then add the class dark theme, or else add light theme. Okay, so what you're doing here, you are checking if this variable which is in our code, which is dark theme, then you will say that it is light, apply the dark theme. Else if it is a dark if it is a light theme, then apply as usual the normal one. That's what we are saying it here. Clear? So let's test it out and see how it looks in the output. All right, so let's get this done. Now what are we going to see? Are we seeing any errors? Okay, so it says is dark theme error. Okay, so let's check that variable name once and see why that is not reflecting. So let me go to my component class and let's check that value here. It should be somewhere here. Okay, okay, let's put it like this. Oh, my bad. It's dark theme, right? And then we are going to add it, and okay, so we are going to make it dark theme and dark theme. Okay, so here I'm doing a check, conditional check, that if it is this is dark theme, add dark theme, else light theme. Let's see. So see here, now it is all dark because in my component I have added it as true. Now let me make it false. Now see, it will automatically become, okay, why is this? So let's check is dark theme, there should be a true value, or now it should be actually false. Here it's a interpreted class, so now it's compiled successfully. Let's see why. Okay, so now it is false. Now let's go back. I think it didn't save earlier. Okay, so now we got dark theme, now it will become dark. Now you have false, it will become light, right? So it's switching. So what we'll do, we'll add a click button, and here we will say on click equal to toggle theme. Okay, so nothing fancy, just a simple method that I'm calling to toggle it, and we'll mention it here, and we'll say this dot is dark theme equal to, we'll toggle this dot is dark theme. So if it is dark, it will become light. If it is light, it will become dark. So now see, right? So this is how you can enable the entire Angular application to go into a dark mode theme, right? Just like how we did it here. So the moment you select light theme, it becomes light. Just like here, again, you select dark, it becomes dark. Similarly, in our case, you slide and it becomes light theme. You slide, it becomes dark theme. That's how simply you can enable the dark theme in your project. I have shown you step by step how to achieve that. If you already have an application, give it a try. It's really amazing, awesome. You will love the experience. Do write to me if you have any questions. I would be happy to help you. Stay tuned for more such cool Angular tutorials. Keep learning, keep growing. If you like my tutorial, please do consider buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/arctutorials. Thank you again for joining. See you in the next episode.